Long, long ago, deep in the forest, there was a hidden village where tiny creatures lived. They call themselves Smurfs.
I am the best. I am the best swordsman. Ha! I am the best swordsman.
Smurfs. Smurfs. An infestation of them. An infestation of good boys. Best boys. Ultra boys. It's gonna be pretty good. So, unfortunately, Rabout Gilliman wasn't available, as you can see. So we tried to get Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf wasn't available either, so the studio forced me to wear this hat and fake beard, paint my face with eyeshadow. Really, the grand architect of this idea is Skypoint, who I'm sure will have a reveal of his own this week. Skypoint's a lovely lad. You can catch his channel in the description below. Skypoint, if you're watching, brother, I just want you to read my lips if you can. But this is fine. This is lovely. So today I got 3 Ultramarines cards for you. They're coming out on Friday. The mystery third faction, which nobody knows what it will be, probably Black Shields, is happening on November 8th. I have no idea what it'll be, one way or the other. I'm sure it'll be lovely. While you're here, check out the links to Horus Heresy Legion's friendly social media, including the brand spanking new official Wikipedia, which is awesome, and I'd love for you to have a hand in contributing. But hop on the Discord, you'll find some cool invitationals for tournaments that are happening in the next little while. We got a big one coming up, it's called World Cup. It's very much like the World Cup. If you've ever left your rock and seen a soccer match on your television or at your local pub, I don't need to say more about that. You're here to watch the Ultramarines. So let's have at her. I got 3 for you. We're doing the keyword 2.
Trajan Assault Squad. Excitement. And fancy art. I love all the art for this set. It looks pretty swanky. And they've pulled from the graphic novel McCraig's Honor. Could that be a spoiler? Who knows? Not much to say about a 5/3 unstoppable, good for him, but we did find a keyword. Courage. Does something when played from hand if your opponent has more units. So to be clear, we're not just talking enemy troops, we're also including the enemy warlord in this count. The troop, your friendly troop, triggering courage, does not count towards this tally. So if at the point that you play the Trajan Assault Squad, your opponent has more units than you, even if the Trajan Assault Squad would allow you to have equal units, let's say, the Trajan Assault Squad doesn't count towards that. So as long as at the point that you're playing it, your opponent has more units than you score the courage trigger. Even if this would be your second unit to equal your opponent's 2 units, let's say. So you don't need to be radically far behind on the board in order to get this courage trigger off, which is pretty cool, especially if these courage triggers have very stabilizing effects or value-added effects. It's going to be a very cool way to flip the board state. And naturally, having flank on courage is going to be a pretty cool way to flip that board state. And these little guys, the Baranus Tactical Squad, this reminds me of Severin Squad from the Emperor's Children. And those are one of the best 2-drops in the game. This guy's pretty sweet. Courage, gain +1/+1. That's awesome. This will be a pretty nice way to salvage going second, let's say. Pretty easy to trigger. But let's go bigger. Let's go bigger. Oof. That's big. I'm into it. Courage, destroy a random enemy troop. So it's not targeted. This guy doesn't care about ward. This guy doesn't care about Erebus's big spawn baby. Or that nasty Domhar Gunnarsson on the Space Wolf side of the board. And he's an 8/8 in his own right, so that's pretty cool. My sense that I'm getting is that some of the legendary courage triggers are probably going to be pretty nasty and swingy. What you'd expect from the Ultramarines, the ability to just turn things upside down and persevere no matter what the odds. Very flavorful. I'm into it. Well, that's another slash on my face. Thanks for tuning into the Best Swordsman series. Catch you on the ladder.